So when I ask, name a heavy metal band, what's the first one that comes to mind? For some people, some say Metallica, Iron Maiden, Scorpions, some would even say Dokken. But what about the standard bearer? Uh, Besides Black Sabbath, of course. Judas Priest, very specifically, Live Vengeance 1982. I do not have the DVD here. Uh, it is a It was recorded on December 12th, 1982 at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. There was a DVD release in 2006 and part of the Mythology box set. And it was released on Laserdisc. And you're wondering what songs are on here. Ooh, we got the classics right here. We got the Hellion / Electric Eye, Riding on the Wind, Heading Out to the Highway, Metal Gods, Bloodstone, Breaking the Law, Sinner, Desert Plains, The Ripper, Diamonds and Rust, which is a Joan Baez cover, Devil's Child, Screaming for Vengeance, You've Got Another Thing Coming, and Victim of Changes. Of course, there's the encores of Living After Midnight, The Green Man Alicia with a two-pronged crown, and of course, Hellbent for Leather. Peak 1980s, screaming, freaking heavy metal that is so gosh darn phenomenal. We got Rob Halford on vocals, KK Downing on guitars, Glenn Tipton on guitars, Ian Hill on bass, and Dave Helen on drums. The 1980s lineup, they got the leather, they got the studs, the hat. They've got, I don't know how many screaming heavy metal fans that are out there. And the approximate attendance capacity, is 10,085 permanent seats, 11,204 basketball. And you're wondering, how is this? This is the definition of a 1980s heavy metal concert. Let's get the stage, and then let's have a stairs that lead up to where the drummer is. Let's have all the band members go up and perform the songs with such enthusiasm and energy that you're just like, oh, this is the good stuff. This is what you want when you want to hear some screaming guitars, and you're just like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah, it was at this time that, the priests were turning around their sound from the more kind of gothic-y, a little bit progressive-ish sound. And then around British Steel, of course, that's when they changed it to, more radio-friendly songs. Point of Entry, Rapid Fire, Living After Midnight, and they've also got, what was that? Breaking the Law, of course. And, it's like it gave them some fame, but they finally achieved a radio play with You've Got Another Thing Coming, and to a point, the Hellion / Electric Eye. And as a result, they were able to film professionally on MTV with, with the for the time, very clear cameras, and it shows. I mean, you can watch the concert on YouTube. It's a very good, gosh darn quality. And I'm like, yes, this is what I want. It's like they also have the effects, the strobing effects. What I had a problem with in the Glass Hammer one, it actually works out here for all the testosterone that's flowing at the time. They've got the slowdowns, they got the zoom ins with the camera, and I'm like, good. This is what this is the era it belongs in. The 1980s. There's like audience interaction as well. Rob is having a great time. He's got the sunglasses that I had. He's got the premier heavy metal look. How the timing I'm doing this on the first day of Pride Month, and he's gay, but he's a lot more masculine than some people. Let's just say that, in my opinion. And it's like, yeah, he's got the high pitched vocals, and it's just like, hot dang. Yeah, Hellion Electric Eye it was a concert opener for over 30 years, and recently it's changed. Riding on the Wind is burned up. It's a fast one with some great drum fills, and it's got 3 parts. Heading Out to the Highway, it's a little bit more of a slower number from the Point of Entry album, but it's still good. It's a darn good driving song. Metal Gods is also very nice. Bloodstone, engineered to Bloodstone. Second side of the album, Breaking the Law. It's like just pure freaking raise your fist up rebellion against, like, take that. Sinner, I would say probably even better than the one that's on it, Unleashed in the East. This one's just got a little bit, it's got a little bit more ferocity, and it still has it has the 80s crunch that just sounds so good. Oh my word. Desert Plains, it's another a little bit more mellow and anthemic driving song. The Ripper, which is of course freaking fantastic. Again, as Rob put it, Victorian melodrama. Diamonds and Rust is done. Really, it's got the more tempo version, and Joan herself loves this one. Loves the cover in general. It's been performed by the band. I think there's even like a VH1 version where they have acoustic guitars and they're wearing nice clothing. Screaming for Vengeance. Yeah, he's got more of the, Rob has more of the mid-range scream. It's not like that. It's more like that. Kind of like that. Can't exactly do it because it's like 11 o'clock here as I do it. You got another thing coming in, Victim of Changes. Oh yeah, that's, I would say, the studio version and Unleashed is like, it's both good, but it need a little bit more crunch in my opinion. This version of Victim of Changes delivers it. Living After Midnight, great song, great participation with the audience. Green Mountain Leashy with the two-pronged round. Comes out with the motorcycle. Freaking amazing. And Hellbent for Leather is done. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. So, yeah, but then again, this is all completely 1980s high production values because it aired on MTV. No swearing. Just everyone having a great time. Fist pumping in the air. People were drinking beer and just being like, hey, we are at the, where the heck was this? I just had it. Mid-South Coliseum, where WCW ran a lot of their shows. Terry Funk had his empty arena match with Jerry Lawler. So, again, this is like the true definition of a 1980s heavy freaking metal concert. And I highly recommend you watch Judas Priest Live Vengeance 82.